and my dreams have never come true. So I think it's safe to say I wish I were a woman. Wrapped in grey eyes, wrapped in blackest silk, neck to toe, my waist and hips immaculate, like an obsession. The air, it fits my skin, it fits the body, balanced with fatuation. The body balance, 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 the body balance. So I'm sick. Sick of all the things that matter to me. These damn girls are all wrong. The body balance, the body balance, neck to toe, my waist and hips immaculate, like an obsession. The air, it fits my skin, it fits the body balance, neck to toe, the body balance, wrapped in grey eyes, wrapped in blackest silk, neck to toe, my waist and hips immaculate, like an obsession. The air, it fits my skin, it fits the body balance. Oh, the body balance. These damn girls, the body balance. Oh, wish I was a woman that's mega completion, unentwined, my body balanced for the sound. The body balance. I wish I was a woman that's mega completion, unentwined, my body balanced for the sound. The body balance, the body balance, the body balance, the body balance.
I'm Derek Anthony Williams. I'm the futurist from Jandor Band, and this is Neo Futurist TV episode 10, which is exciting, right? That's got rid of all that horrible clutter. Yeah, later on in the show, in about 15 minutes time or so, we'll have Katharine Blake of Miranda Sex Garden joining us, so I'm very much looking forward to that. In the meantime, though, I'm going to play you a bit of Cannibal Faye of the Waking Dream, because that's just the way I'm feeling right now. This is an overdubbed version of a live performance of
And I can tell no one's own. Yes, 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 you do believe me. Let me play with you, my cyborg zombie. To the corpses of trees, to keep your dull face fresh. Flesh injected, so calm yet unexpected. Our dolls leave as humans do. Stripped down with flesh injected, so calm yet unexpected.
Cannibal fave The Waking Dream. They're an American band. I think they're very, very interesting. I'd love to play with them, but they're over in America. Maybe one day we'll sort of meet up in Canada or something, because otherwise it's a little bit awkward. Anyway, let's have now some Miranda Sex Garden, I think, would probably be the order of the day. No, not just yet. We'll save that for a bit later. What shall we have? I think we'll have Incubus Succubus, actually. Let's have Wyches by Incubus Succubus. So hopefully this will just play for you.
Tonight
And here we are back again. Yes, that was Incubus, Succubus with Wyches from 1993, I believe it was. I'm going to enlarge that image now because this weekend in Manchester I'm playing with them at Atma, just sort of between Little Lever Street and Lever Street. It's sold quite well. We've certainly done all right on tickets wise. Maybe not as well as I originally thought, but we've done good. Yes, there you go. We've got, as you'll see top right there, that's Maggie from Fuzzbox. She's doing a new project called The Dark Clown, or no, The Black Clown, which apparently has influences from The Prodigy in it, which is going to be very exciting. Not sure who that guy in the middle is. And then at the bottom right there, we've got Dots, who play electro stuff mixed with cigar box guitar, mix of original music and covers, so that's interesting. Join the nightshift.uk, you can find more stuff on that there. Right now is a good time to play Miranda Sex Garden, I think, so let's find that track. Where is it now? Here we are. As recorded by my parents in 1994 from the Beat on Channel 4 in yes, as it was. It was a show detailing alternative music. This was at the Astoria in London, I believe. Anyway, here we are. The incredible Peepshow by Miranda Sex Garden. We finally have Katharine Blake, Miranda Sex Garden and Medieaval Baebes and all manner of things. So it is definitely quite a thrill and an honour to have you on the show. So welcome, Katharine.
Hi, hello, lovely to be on your show. Thank you for asking me.
Well, you've been someone I've admired hugely since '94, when
Wow,
I
okay.
happened to catch you on the Beat on Channel 4.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah, yeah.
Astoria, I believe you were
That's it,
playing,
yeah.
and they showed a clip from that, which the clip of it exists on YouTube solely thanks to me. So there you go.
Oh, well done, well done. I think our new guitarist has been watching that to work out what the hell he's supposed to do. So He's got you to thank.
Right, I could go into what Miranda Sex Garden are and that sort of thing, but it seems daft when you've been going, well, when Miranda Sex Garden started a long time ago. This is about Miranda Sex Garden returning rather than about Miranda Sex Garden. Because where have you been all this time? What happened?
Well, I was doing Medieaval Baebes, and I still am. And, our guitarist was, Ben, he was ill for quite a long time, and then he died. And so that wasn't very conducive to doing the band, but we've got a new guitar player now, and I hadn't been in touch with Trevor, the drummer, for years either, and he just got in touch actually back in 2019, and that's when we started rehearsing again. But then COVID happened and took a couple of years out. Drummer got long COVID, so we couldn't really do anything for a while, but and then we decided, okay, we're going to book a gig, and then we have to do it, so we would book the gig at the 12 Bar, and then got a new violinist, got a new guitarist, and we're rehearsing today. Actually, it's all sounding very, very good. Actually, very sort of gothic and psychedelic, and really, really enjoying the new sound. I mean, it's a bit different to how it was. Obviously, got different musicians, but yeah, I'm really excited for the show. I know a lot of other people are. I'm getting lovely messages from people saying that they're coming from like Canada and Portugal and all over the world, so we better be good, hadn't we?
Yeah, you best step up your game, definitely. I mean, I jumped on that ticket link as soon as it was announced. That was
great. So I get to meet you after the show.
Yes, I know. You get the honour and the privilege of meeting. But yes, it's funny that it sort of happened shortly after I got you to sign my Fairy Tales of Slavery at Leeds Minster, is it?
Oh yes, but I wouldn't. But you would have had a mask on, wouldn't you?
No, not then.
No, you didn't have a mask on.
It was pre-COVID then.
Oh, pre-COVID. Okay, right. Yeah. Because we did. I remember.
Honestly, I wasn't dressed up at the time, so you wouldn't recognise me from that.
I thought I would have remembered you.
Yes, I was wearing an Incubus Succubus hoodie actually, as it happens, and it just so happens.
I think I remember now. You were down the front, weren't you? I think I remember.
I was quite close to the front, and I think it's interesting that there are certain semblances between Medieval Baebes. There's that through line between Miranda Sex Garden and Medieval Baebes, and I think I always felt sort of somehow there was a certain medievalish element to Miranda Sex Garden. It was a bit different from other goth, which seems to have a more Victoriana aspect. There seemed something maybe more primeval almost with Miranda Sex Garden.
I do think so. I mean, obviously there are some, the classical elements to both bands are very much there. But I mean, obviously the fact that they're both me, that's going to make them similar, isn't it?
But I mean, didn't Miranda Sex Garden in effect start as a sort of rather Medieval Baebes-like project?
Yeah, the first album was actually Elizabethan madrigals, so not and then it sort of morphed into this kind of avant-garde gothic thing,
But yet
I guess we kept people guessing at the beginning with our genre, but I think over the years it definitely cohered more. Our last album, Carnival of Souls, is by far my favourite actually, so yeah, I think it got
personally I'd have to go for Fairy Tales of Slavery.
Okay. We're going to be playing some tracks from that album at the gig, so you won't be disappointed.
That's okay. What's your favourite from Fairy Tales?
Probably the title track, Fairy Tale About Slavery. I think is probably my favourite. Yeah.
Are there any that
I like?
Are there any that are particularly fun to, or particularly enjoyable to do live? I mean, looking at your performance, it almost seemed, one thing that struck me way back at the time was how you sort of seemed to almost be in a possessed trance-like state on stage.
I go into trance. My friends always tell me that I don't just do it on stage, apparently I do it quite regularly in real life as well. So yeah, but it's, I guess I'm channeling, aren't I?
Yes, you allowing the spirits to come through.
Oh yeah, something like that.
So, and how's it been then, trying to reconnect with these songs that haven't been done for a while?
We're just like we did them yesterday, really. I mean, I remember them all really well. I remember all the words, obviously, because I've written them, and
That's handy.
it is handy. And we've actually got one new song. Can you
One
imagine?
new song, so we can
New
expect a
song,
new
we're gonna do a
album
new
soon
song.
then,
No,
yes.
but no, don't worry, only one new song. Don't panic. We're
People
not going to
don't-
force you to listen to loads of stuff you don't know.
People don't want new stuff. We want the hit singles only, you know.
Yeah.
Of which there were not quite a chart-topping band, Miranda
I
Sex
think
Garden,
we're
but
doing 3 songs that have been released as singles. Yeah.
and Peepshow was one, wasn't it? Because it seems
Yeah,
to have a video.
we'll do that one, yeah.
It's sort of been surprising how many of my friends on Facebook had already been fans of Miranda Sex Garden without my knowing, sort of thing. And
Oh, okay.
also, when I DJ'd in March after my gig in Sheffield, I played Peepshow then, and it went down
okay.
a storm, and people were
Oh,
like,
good.
"Why had we forgotten Miranda Sex Garden?" So I
Or
think,
maybe because we'd gone away, hadn't we?
yeah, but I don't
went
see
away.
why. I don't see why Peepshow hasn't been a goth dance floor regular, really, because it's an
Yeah.
absolute epic tune, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think you can dance to it, can't you, I believe? It is possible. Well, you can dance to anything, I guess. But
Well,
yeah,
yes, with enough effort,
it
I'm
sort of
sure.
bops along nicely.
Yeah. So, thinking back to, was there something other than just the Medieaval Baebes started that caused the initial end of Miranda Sex Garden? Was it just that you got distracted by that?
I don't know. I think for the time it had run its course.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's quite hard to remember exactly why we stopped. It was so long ago. But,
It just did.
Yeah. Everyone was doing different things, you know. But the time is right. The time's right to return. We are resurging.
Definitely. I mean, it's certainly looking like it's proving very popular at the
Yeah,
100 Club, as
yeah.
you know, I mean, all the people flying in from other
I know,
countries
it's
for a
really,
start.
it's really exciting. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. Yeah.
So it's interesting. Also, you do some work as a vocal tutor. And
Oh, well, I was just teaching online just before this interview happened. I'm teaching these 2 beautiful women from Serbia, and yeah, I just it's mainly kind of fans who I sing Medieval Baebes songs with, and I teach them online, and people that probably couldn't come to a gig, and at least they get to have a little sing with me online. So that's nice.
I mean, that's got to be something
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, is it nice in that way, kind of connecting with fans in such
Right.
a way?
I mean, these women in particular. I mean, I think that one of them is going to come over and do our merch for our Christmas tour, and she's never been to the UK. So, and they look fantastic. They really dress up. They're really into the whole medieval dressing up thing, and one of them does sword fighting. And so, you know, it's great to connect with these women in Serbia, and actually, you know, I'm actually going to be working with one of them in December when she's selling our merch, and she's the perfect person to do it. She knows the back catalogue. She looks amazing. I think the fans will love her because she looks like, you know, one of us. So
That's
it's actually
excellent.
better than us, to be honest.
I know that you have also done vocal tuition with Starsha Lee.
That's
who-
right. Yeah.
who
Oh, yeah. I
I
was
played
teaching her for a while. Yeah.
I played
yeah.
a gig with a couple of times. So
Oh yeah. She's amazing, isn't she?
Yeah,
Really,
such-
a real one-off. She's
such a
incredible.
unique
Her
performer.
just fantastic, brilliant performers, both of them, amazing.
so are there
One of my
any
favourite live bands.
bands that are in the current scene that you find inspiring at all?
There's a
Other
band called the
than-
Caesareans, my favourite sort of live band in London, and I think the singer's left though, which is really sad. But yeah, they're absolutely amazing, fantastic front man, and the woman that writes most of the music, Justine, she's incredible. Yeah, and also a band called Rachel Stamp. I saw them recently. They've been going since the 90s. The lead singer is my ex from back sort of late 90s. And they do a gig once every few years. I saw them at the garage, and they were better than ever. And it's often like my friends seem to do the gigs that I love the most, which is nice.
Definitely handy if your friends do music
Yeah.
that you like, but then I guess it's kind of self-selecting in that kind of way.
Yeah.
Because if they're friends, they must be on the same wavelength. So
Yeah.
obviously, as I sort of mention offline earlier, is this gig with Miranda Sex Garden kind of a tester to see if it's still definitely working, and you're going to maybe expand it, maybe explore other places?
Yeah, I mean, everyone in the band wants to do more, because we've done so many rehearsals. It's like can't just do one gig after all that. So, I mean, we don't have anything planned, but we do plan to do more, and that will be next year. Because for the rest of the year, I'm going to be very busy. I'm doing a Medieaval Baebes Christmas album, which I'm putting out hopefully in November, and then I've got a 15-date Christmas tour around the UK. So the rest of the year for me is going to be about Medieaval Baebes, because we often do stuff at Christmas. Medieaval Baebes are just for Christmas, I think.
Yes, it was mainly Christmas time, was it?
Yeah, it's a very festive band. It really works that time of year. But next year I will have some time to do Miranda Sex Garden gigs, and would love to.
So I might get to drag you up north yet. So
that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. Yeah.
Looking back at the history of Miranda Sex Garden, what are your sort of memories of the gigs of the time? Were there any times that you can remember anything particularly exciting for one reason, or maybe some particular events on tour, or anything around that kind of thing which is interesting? Some gig disasters, perhaps, that just to show that we all go through issues from time to time.
Oh, there's some really funny stories. Like when we were touring with Depeche Mode, it was like this big stadium tour, and the crew, I think they played this trick on us. Well, played the trick on Ben, actually. We were doing this song called Bring Down the Sky, and there was all these like big sheets, kind of sort of back, just sort of part of the staging. And when we were doing the song called Bring Down the Sky, they let this sheet drop down and fall on Ben's head. So and all, we've just sort of 20,000 people all laughing. Like, what are they laughing at? And turn around, like Ben's like under this sheet trying to get out, and the shape of this bloke playing the guitar on the sheet trying to get out. Really funny. I'm just trying to think of some other funny stories. And there was a time when we were playing Berlin, and all the bands from Mute kept being really naughty in all the hotels, to the point where there was only one hotel left that would take anyone who was from Mute Records. And our tour manager was like, you've got to be on your best behaviour. And so we were in a day room, where you can sort of have a shower and stuff and get ready for the gig. And Trevor, the drummer, had his beady eye on these antlers, like these trophies on the wall, and said, we've got to steal some of those, and so we can stick it to the front of our van. I don't know how that was going to be achieved. And we're like, yeah, great idea. So we took one of the antlers off the wall and like tied loads of tights together and lowered it out of the window, and our merch person was standing at the bottom to grab it, and then we ran off with it. And then our tour manager just, no, you've got to give that back. You can't be doing that, because the record company said they've got to behave themselves. There's no hotels left that will actually take bands because they're all so badly behaved. So then we had to smuggle it back in, it was harder than getting it out.
I don't know.
But luckily our merch person was quite a big bloke, and he just sort of wrapped it in coats and just sort of put it casually under his arm, and we managed to get it back in. Just stupid shit like that, it was, yeah.
My dad enjoys a lot of classical organ music, among many other things, including yourself and the likes of Susie. And he told me to ask you if you were... he expected you would be Hildegard von Bingen, I believe it is.
I know how I've sung that. I've sung Hildegard years ago. And
he wondered if she was some kind of influence on you at all.
Yeah, well, she was for the last Medieaval Baebes album, which was a plain song album, so it was definitely that sort of thing. So I composed a lot of plain song to the words of the prayers of the Rosary and the Catholic prayers, and there was lots of psychedelic stuff going on in the background, so it wasn't like a traditional plain song album, but she was definitely an inspiration, and what an amazing woman to be able to
quite the polymath, I believe.
She used to write erotic prose that was that she'd set to music, and she was a nun, and she got away with a lot. She definitely had a very good setup there, I think. She was she's an artist as well as a composer and a poet. She's fantastic, really inspirational, sort of female icon, medieval female icon.
I'll see if anyone in the chat has any questions for you, but we're about, I think we're probably about taken up as much time of yours than we really deserve, but it is definitely exciting to have had you on the show for sure. So
Lovely to meet you, and I'll see you. I'll see you in London on the 28th of July at the 100 Club.
Definitely. So Vidarth says why Trevor won't be in pictures.
Oh well, I don't know.
Just shy, I guess.
I don't know why he won't be in pictures. I can't get to the bottom of it. I think he might possibly wear a mask for the next photo. So we're getting there.
Maybe he just likes being terribly mysterious or something.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I'll see if any. Oh, and yeah, he's a core member besides you, so he really.
I know. He should be in the photos. I think it's ridiculous. What can I tell you?
Yes. Someone called Slow in Space on Instagram just told me to tell you that they love you. So.
That's very nice.
It's nice.
Nice to be loved, isn't it? We all need a bit of love, don't we? A bit of appreciation.
Yeah. And were some other past members asked back into Miranda Sex Garden for this reunion?
Yeah, Donna and Kelly, I think they've got other stuff going on, so...
What other stuff could you possibly have going on?
I'm families,
disgraceful.
Careers, that sort of thing. But so I asked two people that I'd worked with before in Medieaval Baebes, who I knew were fantastic musicians and really good fun and very professional, and because I'd already worked with them, so it seemed like a very safe bet to get Carvus and Beverly Harling in. So it's great. I'm really happy with it. Just a couple more things from myself. Why the 100 Club and why on a Thursday? Well, we wanted to do somewhere that was quite a historic venue, that looked beautiful, was kind of old, and that was quite unusual, and it was somewhere we've never played before. And it was on a Thursday because that was the best night we could get, where the whole band was free. I mean, everyone's so busy just trying to pin down a date that we're all free for a gig, let alone that the venue's then free. So that's what we ended up with. So here we are, or there we will be. So yes, 100 Club on the 28th of July. That's in London, and I can't wait for it because I hadn't quite got into the music scene properly by the time I discovered you. So I'm very excited to find. I mean, you kind of stopped just as I started going out to gigs. So anyway, disgraceful behaviour. Right. Anyway, so lovely to speak to you. It's been a great honour to speak to someone who is such an incredibly capable and learned musician and performer. So I greatly look forward to having a chat properly in person and seeing the performance. So Katharine, thank you very much for joining me. So thanks very much. Bye for now. Have a good evening. And you. Bye. Right, that was lovely to have Katharine along there. So hopefully we'll get Zoom. Oh, Zoom's crashed. Excellent. Let's get it up again. There we go. Zoom's back now, and I'll adjust a few things. I tell you what, in the meantime, we need some music, don't we? So let's have Fly by Miranda Sex Garden. Why not? Again, recorded by me. Get there eventually.
sounds marvellous. I can't wait for... I hope that is performed in London, 28th of July at the 100 Club. I'm sure you can figure that out. It was so lovely to talk to Katharine, such an incredible performer and someone I've really admired for years. So I'm going to talk briefly about some films I've seen. So I saw Thor Love and Thunder recently. I thought, it's all very well and good, this sort of having a bit of a laugh at the superhero films. You can do a bit of that, but I think this really, really oversteps the mark into that kind of thing. It goes so heavily into the comedy that it loses sight of actually being, a good superhero film. I think you can balance the two. I'm sure certain people on my friends list feel it's better off this way, but for me, it doesn't quite work so well being such an out-and-out comedy. I think there's a lot of things which are just way too stupid, and quite a few things which don't really look all that good. So not keen on Thor Love and Thunder. I saw James Bond Octopussy, and I've also seen, I think in the last week since the last show, Never Say Never Again, when Sean Connery came back to being James Bond in 1983, going head to head with Octopussy. Never Say Never Again is an absolute abomination of a film. It's just truly terrible. It's really badly made. The sort of sexual politics are really bad again, and it's just an absolute lack of joy to watch. And it's got this sort of message about men are too soft these days. Oh dear, absolute terrible film. That's not good at all. And Octopussy was slightly better, but it's still full of, James Bond refusing to acknowledge consent from a woman, never a good thing. Not good films at all. And Octopussy made absolutely no sense in the slightest. I just hadn't got a clue what was going off in the plot of that film, really. It's such confused and convoluted stuff. Absolutely dreadful. Right, let's play some more music. Being as I've just been on about James Bond, let's play some James Bondy music from Dots.
We are Dots from Manchester.
And we will be performing Peter Gunn as our submission to Samantha Fish's International Cigar Box Guitar Video Playoffs, presented by CB Gitty.
106 miles from Chicago. We got a whole tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
There we go. That was Dots doing Peter Gunn. That's coming up again this Saturday. I'm over in Manchester playing with them and Incubus Sukkubus. It's £12 plus fees in advance, and that works out at £13.09, of which I get £11.50 back, which whoopee. But we've done okay. We've about covered our costs and everything. Would have hoped we might sort of make loads and loads of money, but we didn't quite manage that. But anyway, yeah, that's coming up this Saturday, and then you don't have to hear me blithering on about it anymore. What else can I play you tonight? What I will do is show you a bit of what Maggie Fuzzbox is going to look like. There we are. Let's get this up on screen. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is her new look for her dark electro project, which has drums in it as well. Let's see what else we've got here. I think it's going to be looking very spectacular indeed. Still no one any idea what it's going to sound like, but it's going to be exciting for me to host the debut of the Black Clown. So there we go. That's what that's looking like. No one's heard it apart from like the band and a few of her close friends so far. Alright, let me see. What shall I put on now? A bit of a classic from Hypersunday, I think. Let's have Ice. And let's get the video on.
Alright, I forgive you, honey. You can't be so bad as I have heard. Never ask me why, but it's okay. As I said, I forgive you from this Tony heart of ice. Let me see the angels flapping. Take me by the hand till the edge of precipice. Would you take me home? Please take me to heaven. I forgive you, honey. You can be so cruel. As it is said, never ask you why. But it's okay, as I've said, I forgive you. From this stony heart of ice.
Again. Right, that's about it for this week. As I say, playing in Manchester this weekend, so hopefully that'll be very good indeed. So yes, I was just getting a message from Shakespeare's pub in Sheffield saying that an event I kind of planned could be good to go. So I'm going to end. I'll try, I think, and get the audio synced up with this sort of studio audio with live one. We'll see how we get on with that. Maybe a little tricky, so let's see how we get on with that, and hopefully this will work nicely. But it probably won't as well. But yes, this is it for this weekend. This week, and next week I'll be doing this on Wednesday. Probably have a chat with Leg Puppy next week. This Republica Try Everything live on